floor. Good night.
This is your WCIA 3 forecast first.
Well, evening temperatures tonight, not bad, in the mid-30s across the area, above freezing still. And out to the west, we're talking about Springfield, still in the mid-40s. You guys are pushing 50 degrees today. That was nice to see, really kind of helping to start that thaw across the area, but it's still a little windy. Those winds out of the south around 20 miles an hour, making it still feel like the mid-20s in a few spots. We're not going to move a whole lot with the temperatures tonight, kind of hovering in the low 30s for much of tonight. But then we're talking rain and maybe some snow. We'll show you when to expect both of those coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
A major decision has been made when it comes to the Ying Zhang case. Will prosecutors ask for the death penalty?
They did it while his daughter was there.
And one person is in custody after a man was stabbed to death. Why family members say this is much worse than just the killing.
Illinois hasn't won in Madison since 2010. Can they do it tonight? We have a preview coming up in sports.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
The man accused of kidnapping U of I scholar Ying Zhang will face the death penalty. Good evening, I'm Aaron Bennett.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Brent Christensen is charged with kidnapping, torturing, and killing Zhang. Federal prosecutors intend to prove the evidence they have against him is enough to back up a death sentence. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen live in our newsroom. And Jennifer, they say he has a criminal history.
Well, in part of the notice saying they're going to seek the death penalty, they say he choked and sexually assaulted someone in Illinois. We contacted the federal prosecutors, but they wouldn't give us any other information about that. The death penalty notice has a long list of evidence against him in the kidnapping and killing of Zhang. Christensen is charged with kidnapping, torturing, and killing her. She disappeared in June last year. Her body hasn't been found, but the FBI believes she's dead. Prosecutors claim to have evidence of him saying he wanted to be known as a killer and having expertise in avoiding detection. They also say there was substantial planning and premeditation leading up to this. And they're charging Christensen with obstruction by lying to investigators, destroying and concealing Zhang's body, and cleaning the crime scene. And on top of that, they say Christensen is likely to do this again in the future. Judging by the lack of remorse he showed when the FBI had him under surveillance, they say he could put other lives in danger in the future. Not only are they charging Christensen for murdering Zhang, but they're also saying he caused harm and loss to her family, friends, and co-workers. In the newsroom, Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, thank you. Now, Christensen's lawyers asked to change the location of his trial because they say he can't get a fair one in Urbana because of the media coverage. A judge hasn't made a decision about that yet. As of right now, his trial starts February 27th. A man was killed in his own home, and his family says his 2-year-old daughter was there.
It happened in Rantoul at the Love Apartments off Maplewood and Harmon Drive. Police say afterward the suspect ran back to his apartments at Keystone. Police arrested Jarvis Garrett at 10 this morning. They believe he was involved in the stabbing that killed Fate Young. WCIA 3's Caitlin Connolly is here with us. So, Caitlin, did his daughter see what happened?
Well, Aaron, I talked to police and they're not sure, but I was able to catch up with the family and they say she didn't. She was in the back bedroom and a friend came in and took her before police got there.
We got word like 10:13. I got word that my cousin was stabbed, so I came over to check on him. And when I got here, they said he didn't make it.
Shawana and Tawana Parker arrived at their cousin's apartment minutes after hearing of the murder. But they say there was someone else who stopped by before police could even get there. A friend had found Fate Young dead. Then they say he heard crying from Young's bedroom.
They did it while his daughter was there. Yeah, she was found in the room crying. So a person that can do something like that deserves whatever they do. Yeah, it's an animal.
Police investigated the stabbing into the morning. Around 5 a.m., they realized the man they were looking for was just down the street. At 10 a.m., they had the warrant to arrest Jarvis Garrett and had him in custody in under 2 minutes.
I did see the arrest of the person, and we are glad that they did arrest him. It took the SWAT team to come in and do it, but at least they got him. I did not know him, but apparently my cousin did. They was all supposed to be friends. He just got a big heart, and I think they took advantage of his kindness.
The Parkers say they can't believe someone could do this to their loving cousin.
He had a big heart. Everybody knew him. I called him a big teddy bear. He was always smiling at you, telling you he loved you. He loved everybody. He was a good guy. He didn't deserve this.
The family said right now they need some time to deal with the loss. Aaron.
All right, sad story, Caitlin. Thank you. Urbana police are searching for the person who broke into a home and shot a man. It happened just before 3 this morning on West Bradley Avenue in Urbana. Police say a man broke into the house through a window. The 34-year-old man living there heard it, and when he confronted the intruder, he was shot in the hand. That led to a fight between the two and more shots fired before the shooter left. The victim went to the hospital and is okay. Neighbors say this is a disruption to a usually peaceful neighborhood.
I'm just surprised. Like I said, a lot of us know each other. A lot of us grew up together. Very few things like this ever happens.
If you have any information about this, call Urbana Police or Champaign County Crime Stoppers.
A Shelby County couple is headed to prison after pleading guilty to abusing their newborn. Kayla Gerard and Devin Porter of Cowden were both originally charged with aggravated battery to a child. She was sentenced to 5 years. He will spend 15 years behind bars. Last year, they brought their 12-day-old girl to an Effingham hospital. She had a fractured skull, broken ribs and legs, bruises, cuts, and even human bite marks. They were arrested a week later. The girl has healed and was placed in a foster home. A more than 100-year-old bell was stolen from a church in Danville. It was at the Vermilion Heights Christian Church on Oakwood Avenue. A reward is being offered. If you see the bell, you are asked to call Danville Police.
Firefighters in Rantoul were shocked to find out how a fire started. They responded to Fairway Drive. The fire started in the bedroom, but there was no electricity nearby, no candles, and the family doesn't smoke. The fire department says while they were taking pictures of the scene, they noticed something unusual, a mirror on the wall, and right underneath it was a wicker basket.
What we truly believe happened was that the sun was so bright yesterday afternoon that it shined right on that mirror, and as it reflected off, we think it just heated up the paper, or set paper that was on fire there, and it burnt the basket on that side, which would be right up against the mirror. So we really truly believe that's what happened.
The owner of the home is now staying with her neighbor because of the smoke. She says the damage will cost around $4,000.
And doesn't that make you wonder about your own home?
Wow, yeah.
Go check every room and see where a mirror is compared to a garbage basket.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. All right, a university just got a very special piano, and we got to talk to the musician who was the lucky one to be the first to play it.
And also tonight,
we got to learn how to finish games.
it's another attempt at win number 1 in conference play. What the Illini feel they have to do to pull it off at Wisconsin.
And a recap up today is showing temperatures that made it above freezing, well above that freezing mark of 38. Started out at a cool 19 degrees. When we come back, we're going to talk about temperatures getting warmer. Also, some rain in the forecast, and what part of that and when will it change to snow is coming up.
Live from your local news leader, Jennifer Roscoe.